Hey Cricut Crafter, want to learn the best method for cutting stickers with your Cricut? Or maybe you feel like throwing your Cricut out the window because it's just not cutting anything right. Well, you've arrived at the right video. In today's tutorial, you'll learn the newest, most updated way to cut stickers with your Cricut, including finding the best label paper, knowing what settings to use, and learning how to take your cuts from this to this. In case you missed my other sticker tutorials, you can save these to your watch later playlist, but trust me, this video will be your go-to because it includes the most updated way to make stickers. Before we begin, let's explain what even is the definition of print then cut. Print then cut is a two-step process of printing first and cutting second with your Cricut. The Cricut project gets printed with your at-home printer, and then once it's finished, the Cricut will cut the design into a specific shape with the built-in sensor for top accuracy. Let's say you created a beautiful sticker design in Cricut Design Space, but you don't want to cut those stickers one by one. This is how you'll utilize the print then cut process, because the printer will print the stickers first on label paper and then cut each individual sticker. So say goodbye to your scissors. But there are other common print then cut projects to make with your Cricut besides stickers. For example, you can make gift tags, cards, magnetic bookmarks. There's so many different projects that you can make. So here is the exact step-by-step breakdown of the print then cut process. Step 1, create your sticker design. Step 2, upload the design to Cricut Design Space as a print then cut project. Step 3, print the stickers with an inkjet printer on label paper. And then step 4, cut the shape of the stickers with the Cricut machine. Now for the materials you'll need in order to make stickers with your Cricut, they are any of the Cricut Maker models, Explore models, or the Joy Extra. The only Cricut machine you cannot do print then cut projects with is the Cricut Joy. You'll also need an inkjet, preferred, or a laser printer. Then you'll need label paper, the Cricut standard grip mat, this is the green mat, a brayer tool, this is optional, but if you have some kind of laminate or a holographic laminate, which you'll see later on, and all of these materials can be found in the video description on this video or on my Amazon print then cut list that I made just for you. The very first step in making stickers with your Cricut is to find your design. There are 3 ways you can design a sticker. The first way, use a design software. The second way, purchase an SVG, aka you're not making it, someone else is. Or 3, a mix of both 1 and 2. Now in the previous video, I made these bagel stickers myself on my iPad in the app Procreate. Procreate is one of the many design softwares. You can also create them in softwares like Canva, Adobe Illustrator, Inkscape. There are so many out there, but this first option takes a lot of time. And not everyone knows how to use these kind of softwares, and I know not everyone is able to draw, which is why number 2 may be the better option for you, which is purchasing an SVG. Now you can purchase many different images or fonts out there on the World Wide Web from websites like Creative Fabrica, Etsy, Creative Market, but please be aware that if you are planning on starting a sticker business, anything you download from another artist must come with a commercial use license and also not be trademarked. You do not want to get in legal trouble. I also want to mention there's a newer AI website that I've been using lately for my designs, and it's Playground. Incorporating AI with my Cricut crafts has been so fun lately, and I've shared quite a few tutorials on my channel already, but it doesn't require any expert design skills. Which leads me into option number 3 for designing your sticker. Combination of both 1 and 2. Sometimes you might want to use an SVG or font you downloaded, but you also might want to make some tweaks to it. So let's learn how to do a mixture of both. Creative Fabrica recently came out with a new feature, their font generator. This is the world's first ever AI-driven platform that generates custom installable fonts within seconds using generative AI. When you access the font generator, up on the top right corner, you'll see that there's 5,000 coins. Generating fonts with the font generator are free, but you must have a registered Creative Fabrica account, which is also free. Every account will automatically receive 5,000 coins to download 5 fonts. But if you're an all-access subscriber like me, you have unlimited access to generate and download within Font Generator. I always recommend the all-access subscription because it has everything you need from fonts, SVGs, classes, and even more files for crafting. I will add the sign-up link for a free trial to test out the all-access subscription in the video description because I know a lot of you might be new here on my channel and just starting out with the Cricut or crafting. With the Font Generator, you can select different font styles such as decorative, artistic, or fancy, and then press the arrow button to populate the font. Or You could use their prompt-based generation and enter a prompt such as create a bold font. This tool is ever evolving though, and it's still in progress, so more new features will be rolled out soon. On the left-hand side, you'll see all of the fonts that I created. We have this beautiful typewriter font, and then this decorative heart font. If you want to add some changes to the font, you can also change the actual glyphs by regenerating the characters. This is a great way to customize the font again. But for today's sticker, I'm going to use the heart font because it's so cute and matches the vibe for the sticker design that I have in mind. A tip to remember though, please make sure that you name the font before you download it, because that will be the name of the font when it gets saved to your device. All fonts come with a personal and commercial use license, which is great if you're a crafter looking to make a personal project or a craft business owner trying to save time with designing your products. It really makes the design process so much faster and easier, which you'll see now in the next section. So try Creative Fabrica's font generator for free today with the link in the video description and pinned comment. The next step is to finish the sticker design in Cricut Design Space. Upload your design. Once you download the font to your computer, you can open Cricut Design Space to start designing. If you need more help on how to download fonts actually to your computer or your device, you can watch this separate tutorial here. But we'll click the text button and enter our text. I'm making a Taylor Swift inspired sticker that also happens to be crafty related. To find your new font generator font, you'll want to click on the top toolbar where the font is shown. Then System. System is all the fonts that are automatically on your device. I'm going to make some adjustments like the line spacing and the shape. I searched for a pretty lace heart within Cricut Design Space and changed the lines for the phrase so it looked better. I also changed the color of the text and made sure that it was aligned evenly by centering it. Now this next step is very important and a huge reason why the Cricut will cut out each individual letter rather than the actual sticker itself. This is a huge problem that a lot of people face. So please listen. When you create a design like this with multiple elements in Cricut Design Space, you must highlight all of those layers and flatten it. The flatten tool is a step you cannot skip when making any print and cut project, because now it becomes one whole layer and it says print and cut on the right hand side toolbar. If it does not say this, your sticker will not be cut correctly. You can also double check that it's a print and cut file on the top toolbar as well. Then the last optional step is to add an offset. This is the background layer that most stickers have, and you can easily create it right here in Cricut Design Space by selecting the offset button. If you need a more extensive video on it though, you can watch this previous tutorial of mine. Before I show you my favorite Cricut hack on how to print more stickers on a sheet, I want to show you how to upload a pre-made design into Cricut Design Space, since this has actually changed from the previous tutorial. This already has an offset layer and no background. You'll want to upload that into Cricut Design Space. For some reason your design did not have a background, this would be the area where you would use the eraser tool to erase anything. But we can head on to the next step and click Apply and Continue. From here, there are three options. The first is uploading it with multiple layers. This means that Cricut Design Space would automatically separate each layer, like the background, the text, the actual soda can, and populate it into an SVG. This can be used for any vinyl or cardstock projects that you're layering, but this isn't for print and cut. The next option is a single layer. If I was just uploading the soda can, we'd select this, but as you can see, it looks like a blob. This has text, other little soda can details that we want to see, which is why you will select the third option, flat graphic. It even says it in the description here that this is for print and cut projects with an at-home printer. So select that and click continue. You can name the image for this part, but I leave it and click upload. Now it's uploaded into Cricut Design Space. You'll see on the right hand side, it already says print and cut. You do not need to flatten this since it technically already is one layer and ready to go. The only thing you will have to do from here is adjust the size. So this section is super important to remember and follow so your stickers cut properly. Always remember to attach a project so that when it populates to the next page to prep it onto your Cricut mat, your work will stay the same. Next, we can move on to step 3, printing the stickers with your printer. From here, you'll click Make It and double check that the material size is correct. Also double check that it does say print and cut to avoid any mistakes. Click continue, and then this is where the magic happens. It shows you the 2 steps, first printing and then second cutting. Please do not forget to have your Cricut calibrated. Every month or every few months, I like to recalibrate my machine to ensure that the Cricut is cutting my stickers accurately. Please watch my calibration video. This video will walk you through the step-by-step process, and it is very simple to do. But if you've already calibrated your Cricut machine, you deserve a gold star. You'll click send to printer, and then this screen will pop up. Make sure that the printer you're using is on and connected, and you can select it from the drop-down menu. We'll only be making one copy, but if you needed to make multiple, you change the copy amount. Now I need you to listen very carefully to this next step. I recently discovered the beauty of the bleed button in one of my most recent craft business series episodes. I had a hard time with my Cricut not cutting my magnetic bookmarks correctly because it wasn't cutting evenly and leaving a white area. I was getting frustrated because I couldn't understand why. This is why you use the bleed option. The bleed extends the ink beyond the actual outline of the sticker design so it can cut more accurately. It's kind of like a safety net. I swear I could have cried tears of joy when I tried the bleed, so if your stickers aren't cutting right, please try and turn on the bleed. Then I always toggle the use system dialog because I have custom printer settings for specific projects in order for the quality to be perfect. Then press print and you'll have to minus Cricut Design Space to see the system dialog window. Make sure that the correct printer is selected and then you will click print. This is my brand new printer and I used my very old one in my last video. I've been using this for my craft business and my sticker projects. The quality is absolutely stunning and I cannot recommend it enough. Then insert the label paper into the printer. Depending on where your tray is, you may have to peel up a little corner of the label paper to see which side is the front and back. You will want the sticky side to be face down so the sticker design is on top and it becomes a sticker. I use 2 different label papers for making stickers that will be linked in the video description. Please remember though, some Cricut machines cannot cut colorful label paper. For the older machines like the Cricut Explorer Air and before, always use white paper that's non-reflective. For the rest, you can use a lighter color with a simple pattern. The reason is because the Cricut will have to scan the design and registration lines, and if it's too dark, the Cricut will be sassy and not cut your stickers. And take your sticker sheet and place it onto your Cricut mat. I always use the standard grip mat so it's not too sticky. Place the mat in the proper area. This next step is optional, but sometimes you'll want to make your stickers waterproof or add some glitter to them. And in this video, we're adding some glitter. So if you do, remember to not cover the registration marks and keep it on the inside. You'll see that I cut it very carefully, so only the glitter is showing on the inside of the registration marks. I added this beautiful holographic glitter to make my stickers more sparkly. Of course, it will be linked in the video description, but if you need more help with waterproofing your stickers, I also have a tutorial on that. Next, you'll head back to your device and select the base material settings. Ah yes, what are the material settings to use? Please remember that your settings will vary from each label paper. So if you're not using the same label paper as me in this video, these settings might not work and you might have to make test cuts. This is what we have to do with new materials. Use the light chipboard setting. This will cut the stickers all the way through as individual stickers, and it also cuts through it twice. Right now, I'm teaching you how to die cut. You can find my recommended settings for Kiss Cut stickers in my previous sticker tutorial because that's going to take a little bit of time and I want to walk you through this quick. Once you've selected the correct base material settings, you'll press the Cricut logo button on your Cricut and the Cricut will finally start cutting your stickers. And see, watch the Cricut. It scans the sticker sheet first with the scanner. That's why the registration marks have to be there on the sticker sheet. I know a lot of users complain about this, but unfortunately you can't remove them. Then the Cricut will cut each sticker with the light chipboard setting. Again, it does a double cut, so it goes over twice, which is why I love this setting so much because they're not sticking to the sheet and the stickers cut perfectly. This process usually takes about 3 to 7 minutes depending on your sticker amount and the design itself. But once it's done, you will remove the mat from the Cricut machine and pop out those stickers. Look at these beautiful cuts. Now you've officially made stickers with your Cricut without any tears or any hassle. If you need more help with waterproofing, adding an offset layer, designing stickers, uploading fonts, any other Cricut tutorials, please watch my other tutorials. I'm here to help you as much as I can on your crafting journey with your Cricut, or if you're ready to start a craft business. That's all I have for today's video. I hope you all have a very crafty day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!